Yeah, so what you're likely looking at in the images seeing on the screen is an action plan that the school and local law enforcement have put in place. And that's because once a year, schools are required to do active shooter drills. And that's according to a law that went into effect last year that requires active shooter training drills once a year at the school district. The law also requires schools to report completion of the drills to the Georgia Emergency Management and Homeland Security Agency. Also, schools are required to create a school safety plan to reduce the growing incidence of gun violence in schools, as we've been talking about, and also the creation of a state-approved school safety and anti-gang program training teachers who want to volunteer to identify potential gang activity. According to Everytown for Gun Safety, unfortunately, as we all know, this is not the first gun incident in Georgia or United States in general. According to national numbers, so far this year, there have been 133 gun-related incidents so far this year. 38 of those resulted in fatalities, 81 injuries. Again, we're not talking about specifically Georgia. This incident, we're talking about national numbers nationwide so far this year. We don't know whether there were any metal detectors in place at this school, but we do know, according to the Student Code of Conduct that we reviewed, that the school's conduct does have the ability, the school does have the ability to use handheld metal detectors if they suspect a student or someone else at the school may be carrying a weapon. So just some added perspective as we're looking at these images, that you are looking likely at an action plan in place that the school and local law enforcement have been working on for years, especially since the school and the state implemented that new law last year requiring active shooter drills at least once a year. Those drills are required to be conducted at least by October 1st.